Do your thing. I don't know.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought
You gotta build up the tension and then just break it.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna give it a few seconds for people to get in, but
Nobody likes us.
yeah, no. It also is like 15 seconds behind, so.
Oh God, I look like that.
So this is Megan. If you don't know that already.
I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's surprising, but today I just wanted to do a Q&A because I didn't really have any topics to talk about, and people really seemed to like the last one. So one thing, let me know if you can hear me, because I can make it louder, I guess, or I should probably move this slightly so that's not in your face.
You're Wazowskiing me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is that better?
Yeah. We're watching the reactions on a delayed sequence, so I apologize for anything I may do.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess while we're waiting for people to get in, is there any questions you have for me? Or do you...
I mean, I see you every day.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't really ask about the stream too often, so I don't know if you had any particular
Can you cover, I'm going to give you like a 60-second challenge, cover all the streams that you've ever done?
No.
Like just a brief synopsis.
Because there's, if you just look at how many playlists I have, there's so many different topics. I'd have no chance.
It's not possible at all.
I don't know. I started with the Hive Mind project, did the environment project, and did the ball drop project in between. But those were just the AI, and then that's usually not the ones you're too interested in.
Because I'm always just like mechanic stuff. I don't know.
We got one person in.
Woo! I don't know. It's probably someone we know, right?
Probably, yeah.
Probably James.
Usually Thomas, James, Sebastian.
I feel like it's probably James. Waiting to see the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Lola. If you didn't know that, the last Q&A I was asked to bring Lola into the stream.
Except I didn't get the text because I was watching Teen Titans. I think I was watching. I think I was watching the original.
Kim Possible.
No, it was Teen Titans.
Was it Teen Titans?
Yeah, I haven't watched Kim Possible in like a couple months. It's been a while.
Well, it's been a decent bit since I did the Q&A.
Yeah, I realized I didn't like it. Like rewatching it the second time, I didn't like it as much as when I rewatched it like the first time.
You didn't like rewatching Teen Titans?
No, Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible. Yeah, that's why I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Because, like, we watched it when I was a kid. And then I was like, oh, my God. Like, it's on this website. So I, like, watched it. Like, this is the best show ever. Like, a couple years ago. And I went to rewatch it. And I was like, okay, it's not as good as I thought it was. It's still good. But it lacks a lot of, like, deep storytelling.
We've all grown up a bit.
I mean, I still love Last Airbender and Teen Titans.
Yeah, but they have deep stories.
Yeah, they have deep storylines.
So, I guess one thing that I wanted to ask the audience when it gets around to it is I've been thinking about trying to get more guests on the stream, whether it be by Skype chat or if I can bring people in and have them on live.
Yeah.
So
you just have to let us know.
Yeah, obviously. I'd let you know,
but
I'm talking about like whether people would want to watch that, because I had in the past I've had 3 guests come on and actually talk about topics, and I do plan on having Megan on to talk about some topics. We had a debate idea to talk about cartoons because we tend to be on somewhat different sides, although we both enjoy the same cartoons. It's for different reasons usually, so.
I'm really extensive about my cartoons.
Yeah.
I love my cartoons.
Yeah. And that's why I think it'd be a very controversial debate if we got around to it, so you can look forward to that when we eventually get around to it.
I don't think I have any favorite shows or movies that are live action. Like, everything I love is animated.
Yeah, I know. And then, but in the past, I've had, have you seen all of the guest shows? I had Carly on way back when, in the beginning of the revamp, and then I had
saw Carly's, I saw Thomas.
Did you see Sebastian's?
I did not see Sebastian.
Okay.
Sorry, Sebastian, if you're watching.
Yeah. So when Sebastian came on, he talked about roulette and why it's rigged.
Like Russian roulette?
No, like the roulette table, like the spinning
Just,
thing
the
with the ball. Yeah.
Not the deadly one. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, regular roulette can be deadly if you lose too much money, but.
Or if you just spin the wheel too fast.
And then fall on it.
Just...
Or.
I was thinking like the ball shot out and like went through your eye socket kind of thing.
That could happen too.
Like
I think
really
roulette tables are usually
probability.
set up so that the ball can't get out. But.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, because the table's usually spinning faster than the ball's rotating.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But as I mentioned before, this is a Q&A, so as people are coming in, if you have any questions, then leave them in the chat and we'll be answering those. I was thinking about putting this on Reddit because I know that they have a lot of Ask Me Anythings, but at the same time, I don't know if I want that a large community of people who don't know me coming in and trying to ask me random questions, so...
probably really funny.
Yeah.
Probably some really awkward questions that we could just
I feel like there'd always be awkward questions, even if James is the only person watching.
I mean, James is ballsy enough to ask us personal questions right there, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I will say anything for the record.
Yeah.
Just I don't really have a filter. I don't have to be drunk. I just don't have a filter.
I'm just trying to think of questions for you. So, what would be your favorite stream that I've done so far?
One of the ones that I've watched.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched one in a while. I'd like if you'd start working on like the game again when you were like working on the game. I know you've been focused more on the AI.
Oh,
but I liked the concept of the game that you were making a lot, so I enjoyed when you touched on that.
I don't know if I ever.
Just like right near the beginning though.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever showed the game on the stream.
But you talked about it.
I'm sure I talked about it.
And that was like way before we were living together, so I like hearing about it because the only updates I got were like anytime I visited you. I know it's so smart.
Essentially, the game she's talking about, I had a, I was basically coding this game from the ground up. I mean, there was a minor engine called Pygame, which is what I use for displaying my AI. But essentially, what it was an adventure game where you would start out in like this random room, and then you had to kind of just figure things out. But it was all kind of satirical towards those adventure games that have all the statistics.
RPG.
Yeah, with where there's like charisma and like different skills that you could level up. So a lot of like charisma was basically just flirting with people, and so it was pretty funny.
Like the old man at the bar.
Yeah.
You didn't know what gender you were,
yeah.
so it made it really interesting. It was funny. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and so the problem with that is that I started that right when I started programming, and for anybody that knows programming and like do-it-yourself programming, in the start you aren't organized at all. So the problem is like I go back and try and like add something in, and there's so many hoops I have to jump through to add that in a reasonable way. So I almost just want to start over again. But
with the game.
Yeah, I mean keep the same concepts, but essentially fix it on a back end so that it runs better. Because like when there's more trees in the screen, the game would run extremely slow.
It's just a bunch of green circles, but it would, and you're like,
yeah.
You couldn't really tell if you were moving because there's just trees and trees and trees and trees.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you could get like little icon, like one of those little like maps in the center, and it shows you like a general like. Here.
Well, I had the map, and then yeah.
Oh, you could hold.
And then
shift or something.
I eventually made it so there was an animation with the character walking.
Yeah, and you could see its arms.
So then you knew you were moving at least when there was nothing around the path and nothing was changing in the background. So. But
okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
What it'll sound like on their end if I just start whacking this?
Well, probably the first hit would disconnect this, and it would just be static, and that would be kind of annoying because I've had problems with the mic not being.
What about that?
It's probably gonna mess it up.
Really?
It's really finicky. This connector it's supposed to be a clip, but it's not really.
Oh, there's 5 people watching. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry.
All right. Well,
Should I check on my phone and see if I fucked it up?
that's fine. This would be like stuck at a low level if that was the problem.
Okay.
So we're good. So yeah, any questions? I know we haven't really gotten any chat, but yeah.
Can you type anything into the chat if you're just a guest, if you don't have a YouTube account?
If people have to have an account to type into the chat, yeah.
Well, that's probably why you don't get many questions.
I guess one question I could ask for people, even if you're watching this not live, you can answer this in the comments, or I might put a poll on this later. But what kind of topics would you want a guest to come in and talk about? Because I do have some people in mind that I want to ask to come on and talk, but it's kind of up to you guys what you want to hear. Because if I can get people out to watch when the guest is on, then it's beneficial for both me and the guest for that guest to be on the show, because then if they had a YouTube channel or something, they could get some extra views from that as well. So I don't know. I want this to be like a legitimate talk show where people come on and people talk about what they're inspired by and what they are. I'm trying to think of the right word. Like
Passionate about?
Yeah, what people are passionate about. But
got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
That was my hammer in my nail.
Mm-hmm. Was it a tiny hammer?
It
Was it a ball peen
I
hammer?
I don't know why I held the hammer like this and
Did it look more like this?
I can't
with,
see.
With the.
I don't have my eyes in. Wait.
She's an old lady.
I can't see past my hand if I don't have glasses on.
Did it look more like
that?
that?
A dick on a door.
It's a ball peen hammer. Or did it look like...
Peen being the key word.
Mm-hmm. Did it look like that? Which hammer did you get?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't a ball peen.
It was a regular
hammer.
It's one of those fancy ones that have the little notch on the top of the part that you hit it with. I don't know sorry if I don't know my hardware. And you can like lay the nail in it to like set the nail. You know what I'm talking about? It has like a little indent to set the nail into, you can go and then so you don't have to hold it like that.
That's pretty fancy. I've never seen one of those.
I saw it for the first time. My mom's rebuilding her house basically. She got a really sad looking house on the beach and she had to tear out the entire front wall and rebuild it. But
it's not too sad looking from the inside.
It kind of is. Yeah. But she's working on it, and her friend was like, I've never used one of these, and he did it, and I was like, I need this hammer. I don't even do anything, but I need this hammer.
We do have our first question. The question is, why did the Steelers lose?
Maybe if they stopped being thieves, they wouldn't lose as much. They should be the good guys.
I think you're missing an A there. Apparently, my friend James was crying about the loss of the Steelers.
You missed Lola.
The reason that the Steelers lost is because Dak Prescott is actually really good, and Dan Bailey. That's pretty much all you need to know. Lola's right there. You could bring her up on the screen. And it might help James with his crying.
Come here, you're running away. Oh, I'll be back.
Okay. We're on a Lola hunt. It's kind of like a wild goose chase, but with more fur. So, like I said, if there's any questions in the chat, we're... apparently someone's asking to bring back Lola. They just kind of made a statement and then put a question mark at the end of it. This isn't Jeopardy, so that's not necessary, but here we go. And there is a Lola.
There's a puppy. Hi, James.
So if there's any questions for Lola, then you can leave those in the chat as well, and we will be answering those. But yeah, I don't know how long I wanted this to go, really. It's kind of hard to tell. It's based off of how many questions we're getting. And I'm expecting a response now that you're in the screen on the actual feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if this gets to be 30 minutes and it seems like we're just kind of dragging on, we'll cut it off. But if it picks up by then, you never know. So,
Okay, question. What's your favorite kind of cheese?
my favorite kind of cheese?
Yeah.
I like provolone because there isn't really anybody that doesn't like provolone.
It's weird.
Why?
I don't know, I can't eat provolone by itself. Okay. Dicks out for hair and me. Okay, the only problem is I don't have a dick.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know if that's legal on live stream, but someone's asking, is Lola single and in the mood for nachos? I guess
She is not really into that.
so. I believe that'd be no on 1 and yes on 2, right?
Yeah. Okay, and he has third favorite kind of cheese. Wait, what about second?
You didn't ask what my second favorite kind of cheese
Yeah, I
was.
didn't ask. Come on.
So I like provolone. I only like cheddar if it's on a burger because cheddar by itself, I'm mildly lactose intolerant. So if I just eat cheddar cheese, that's bad because it's pretty.
It's bad for everyone.
Yeah, but I don't know. I always liked Colby Jack growing up because we would get those little Land O'Lake rectangles and then I would eat those.
Publix, I almost bought them. I was like, that's too freaking expensive. Yeah. It's like 10 squares. I was like, no.
Yeah, because I don't like sandwich squares. It's too processed.
Do you not like American cheese?
Oh, I hate American cheese.
Yeah.
American cheese is the worst.
I will not
but like
ever put
even if it's like the cheddar sandwich squares, I usually don't get those. I get like the blocks of cheese and put those on my sandwiches.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, I'm really weird because I'm technically lactose intolerant, but it's more of an allergy than an intolerance. Like I get itchy, and so it's bad.
Hi. I'm sorry I pulled you. You can leave. The door's open.
When did you fall in love with Lola and subsequently Megan? Well,
I came first.
Yeah, it was. Well, what's our anniversaries? I wasn't gonna say anything.
September 20th.
Yeah, September 20th, and
I was like, it passed, right? Like, yeah, it took me.
No, I thought you were laughing about something else.
No, I was trying to think. I was like, shit, I don't know.
No, it was September 20th, and we've been dating for over 3 years now. So, yeah. And I've known Lola for most of that. If a kayaker is paddling backwards in a canoe,
upstream,
what color?
Backwards.
Upstream, yellow. 7 because the ice cream has no bones. That's an actual thing. Right. I
like purple. I'm gonna say purple shingles.
The answer is 7 because the ice cream has no bones. So.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's a long story,
That's
and
how
I don't.
Math class felt for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the last full stream I did, you would have enjoyed the first topic and not the second topic because I don't know if you watched. The first topic was the slang units of measurement, which I was very happy with. That's like metric shit ton.
Oh yeah.
And so I was explaining how much that actually is, and then in the second one, I basically sat there and talked for 45 minutes about vectors. We're needing a diagram about this this
picture. You should draw
question. So we're gonna have a stream that's flowing in this direction with a canoe, and there's a person in the canoe, but they have a kayak paddle. And they're going in this direction. There's a house, and there is the roof, and we're wondering what the color of the shingles are on this roof, and the answer is 7 because the ice cream does not have bones.
You got this. Don't make it look like a dick.
It
looks like a dick.
It's a double dick.
it looks like just two ball sacks were sewn together.
What would a good question to ask and then answer that question? Okay.
I was about to say something really inappropriate.
Well, a good question to ask would be, what? And the answer would be yes.
I was just supposed to say yes.
I hope that answers your question. I think it was a question. So, this was actually a riddle that we've asked when I was younger, and that's why my friend Jordan was asking that. And you can sit there trying to figure out why that makes any sense, but it will take a long time. Jordan, you've met James. James was at the fishing tournament. But that's, yeah, he was the guy I brought from UCF.
Is that a piece of our holiday?
Yes, that is a small ornament, I believe. It's been on the ground for a while.
And it was just in between my toes.
Yeah. No.
All I had to do was just hold it near your ear. Oh, and it's back on the ground. Alright.
Well, actually, James, you used my neighbor's kayak, but close. Yeah. Yeah, so every year, me and my friends have a Father's Day fishing tournament back at my place because I live on a canal, and we have it where it's kind of like an auction of lures. We'll get to the question in a second.
I know. Continue.
So everybody brings lures, and we all put them in bags, so we don't know which ones they are, and then we pick at random, and whatever you get, you have to fish with, and so it's pretty fun. I actually came away with a trophy last year because I was able to catch 3 fish on my own, and they ended up being bigger than the other person who caught 3 fish, so I ended up getting the most fish off that tiebreaker. So
you should know this one.
The question that was proposed is, what's riskier, interrupting Megan's sleep or poking a polar bear? Now, there's a lot of parameters we have to think about here, because a polar bear, when we're considering poking a polar bear, that doesn't necessarily mean that the polar bear is asleep to begin with. So now it is very risky to interrupt Megan's sleep, but it's also very hard to interrupt Megan's sleep because you'll find that I tend to be a very light sleeper.
I'm basically dead.
In terms of getting to sleep, it takes a long time. Megan can get to sleep in about 30 seconds if she wants to. So, although she wouldn't be too happy with me if I woke her up, she'd just be asleep again by the end of trying to make a sentence.
Which usually doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, and usually it's something about Shrek not having towels.
That was one time.
So Jordan's asking who caught the longest fish. I don't know. I think there was a lot of people who tied, including me, and then it went to a committee vote with the elders, and it ended up being a crab, but with 2 B's as the winner. So and it wasn't the Itchy Bupkis champion Riley. So we're not sure what Lola wants, but when Lola wants something, Lola gets something. So that's being dealt with.
Katie, she's had so many treats. I'd like to change the Megan parameter to taking her food.
Yeah.
Wait, is that between like waking me up or taking my food?
No, I think it's between taking food from you and poking a polar bear. I think in both cases you might not have a hand at the end of it.
It depends. Honestly, like if you took my food, I'd be like, bro, the hell? But I wouldn't really like attack you. If some random person like at work or something tried grabbing, I like actually yell at them.
Okay, so I wanna just put up a ideal scenario for taking Megan's food. So if we have a table here, and Megan's sitting at the table, and so she's got her hair and her headband.
You're missing Two pretty big things. Yeah, there we are.
Okay, so here's a we're gonna extend this table a little bit. So there's some food right here, and there's I don't know it's probably it's there's some food.
Oh God!
And so if we put a hook here with a chain link going off of here, and attach this to a Jeep
This is really extensive.
with some sort of winch here, and we leave some slack so that the Jeep can get going to a speed of we'll go with 25 meters per second. Then when the cord goes taut, the food will be moving so fast that the probability of danger will be about 0.05. In any other circumstance, I would be worrying about limbs. And we have a question why the breasts are misshapen.
It's because I'm wearing a sports bra.
And also the left one is always bigger, so
yeah.
L is greater
I'm
than
alrighty.
R.
And I got that checked out on October 25th.
That's also important. We just had October. That was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Is it a month or is it? I think it's a month.
It's a month.
Yeah. So October is a month. But if you have breasts, then get them checked out. That's
Everybody
important.
has breasts.
I do have
Happens
my
in
beard
men's.
growing out for prostate cancer awareness. It's November, so
I have that.
yeah.
I have the awareness.
You have the awareness, not the prostate cancer. That's an important distinction. Yeah, but I mean, if you're a girl and you want to get your prostate checked, I would suggest making sure your doctor is a very trustworthy person. And don't go to your dentist. That's another important part.
No. Hi. Katie, do you want to figure out what she wants? It's Breast Milk Awareness Month in October.
So this is a $0.05 bill. And that's actually just
Wouldn't
a
that
nickel.
just be a nickel?
Yeah.
Ooh, I mathed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Is there anything you want to draw?
Vodka in your cup? That
No?
is not. Unfortunately, we don't have any vodka in the house right now. We have tequila. I think that's it.
Do you need to draw anything? You can't see, so this will be great. Oh,
I
you
have
got
my
your
glasses
glasses
on.
on.
Here, we'll take them off. It's more interesting. What do you
If
want me to
your
draw?
friend who is a lady mother and grandmother want to trim your beard, should you?
Who's a lady, mother, and grandmother?
I think that's more of a you question. It is November, so it's No Shave November, but
I would say no.
yeah,
For now, no.
I think you gotta wait, but you can do this. You can say
Lord
if
help.
you grow it out, then at the end of November, then they can whittle it down into whatever shape they want. So that'd be nice. But if your boss says shave it, then that might be a different situation.
Wait,
so,
I got it figured out.
Just don't try and draw the stream ending, because that would be a problem. Okay. So it was a clarification that a lady mother and grandmother were all different people.
You're stooped. I'm
Actually,
really tired, guys. I'm sorry.
If we make a slight adjustment to this, then I actually played that song over on my Facebook. This is a band, Slightly Stupid.
Oh, okay.
You know you spelled stupid wrong in the beginning, right? You're meaning to put two O's? I'm assuming.
I did well with English.
We have a question. Megan knows best. I don't think that's a question. That's more of a statement.
Yes.
But yeah, I played
Yes.
the song Closer
Sometimes.
to the Sun. Jordan, you should know by now that this entire channel is Shameless Pugs about this channel. So. But it was actually, it's a pretty fast-paced picking pattern, so if you're interested in that. I do have some stuff I was working on, because when my sister comes here in the spring, we're planning to do a cover every week, and I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we're trying to build up some songs, so someone's asking if you can give what?
So you don't want me to sing with my beautiful
You can sing. You just gotta have confidence, and usually you get all shy.
Can Megan give life advice? You should know yes. You've asked me many questions.
I think that's more of like a give life advice right now.
Oh!
Yeah.
Don't fuck shit up.
I can.
That's my life
We're just gonna go
advice.
quick fire with this. So, let's say, oh, and no, she's doing homework. So, you're trying to ask a girl out. What's step one?
You should probably know her name.
Okay, you're gonna go do your driver's test. What's step 3?
Let's see. Open the door. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. Okay. Yeah, I know. Didn't you get counted off for something stupid like that?
They were asking. I'm gonna make this really quick. They were asking, okay, you're going to the grocery store. You're on an icy hill. How do you park? And I was like, okay, cool. Like what are the steps you take? And I was like, I cut the wheel so that it rolls into the curb. I put on the emergency brake. Obviously, I actually park whatever else. And then, like, I had answered everything. Like, that's everything you can do. And he's like, well, what else? What else? And at the end of the test, he told me I almost failed because I didn't answer that you turn off the car to go inside of the grocery store. And I was like, that's a fucking joke, right? Like, I literally thought he was messing with me. But, like, I actually got marked off points for that. America. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
It's Kate.
Yeah, it's Kate. We
They're
call
both Catherine. My sister and his sister are both Catherine.
Yeah.
But my sister's Katie and his sister's Kate.
Initially we did call my sister Katie, but it wasn't like too long into my life that.
There's an E before that R.
Yeah, it's Catherine.
Catherine.
Yeah.
Catherine.
And then her sister has a Y in it,
And
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's THRYN. Stick dick in crazy. From James.
I'd rather not. That's pretty much it.
I mean, I'm fine.
Is Lola still in here?
Yeah, she's right there.
Oh, I was gonna say.
She's like under the
You
TV.
might want to close the door slightly so we're not loud since she's doing homework, but yeah.
Get my marshmallows shooter. No, my short arms. No, that's
Okay.
it. That's all I got.
Do you want to play some music?
Did Bush do 9/11?
Bush did 7/11. Actually, it's a misconception.
I
Here you
did
go.
It was like, what the hell are you?
It's backwards.
This is how I had to hold the shamisen when I was Kubo.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wouldn't come around my left side because my big ass head. Should you stick dick in crazy?
If it's Dick Cheney, and it maybe. Yeah.
Okay, my question is, if I had a dick, I would stick dick in crazy depending on how hot she was.
Well, okay. Have you
like
ever seen
Harley Quinn? She's nuts.
Have you seen
She's beautiful. Love her.
There was a guy who made a crazy versus hot scale. Did you ever see that?
Yes.
Yeah, there was essentially there's this
I cannot play this.
graph where this is crazy and this is hot. Oh god, hot doesn't start with a C, guys. And essentially what he was saying was there's this threshold here where it doesn't really matter how crazy they are. Well, there's a this was like the date zone, and this was the wife zone,
That's the wife zone?
and this was the unicorns.
What? I thought that was the stay away.
And this scale went from a 2 to 10 because women are always crazy, and this was from 1 to 10. And so then he made the point that one of his friends said that he met a girl who was a 1 crazy and a 10 hot, and he said, "Watch out, that's a dude."
This is how
My language skills are bad. Sorry. Oh, that wasn't the question. Okay.
I'll answer that one.
Okay.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
I had to. I wanted to. I've never said that.
Yeah?
I wanted to.
I feel like it'd be genuine at this point, though.
No. Lord help.
So yeah, but I also have my own scale of attraction, which is a triangle, slightly more complex.
I'm
but
probably not at the top of that. That's fine.
it's not a matter of being at the top, because you can go in all directions.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you've seen the triangular scale
I don't know,
before?
have I?
Yeah, you have. It's like one of
You
the.
can pick like 2 of 3.
No.
Oh.
So this is hot.
This is hype.
This is
Play music.
This is cute, and this is pretty.
Sexy. Oh.
No.
Is sexy under hot?
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not.
Pretty can also be handsome if you're talking about guys, or I mean girls can be handsome.
Yeah.
So essentially, you rate a prospective person on a scale from 1 to 10 in all 3 of these categories, and then you plot them on these axes, and you make a new triangle, and then you find the area of that triangle, divide that by the original total area, so it's area of the small triangle over area of the total triangle, and then so that's going to give you a fraction. You're going to times that by 10, and since this is a really harsh scale, you're just going to add 1 to that to make people feel better. So it's actually a scale from 1 to 11, but that's pretty much it.
So you could conceivably be an 11.
Yeah. If you were perfect in all 3 categories.
Yeah, we know I can't pass the hot. We all know that. I've tried.
You're over here, and then maybe there, and, and then you're pretty, right?
Well.
So, the thing is, it's all about area on this graph. So then,
okay,
we've got a lot of new questions.
We have a quick one. This is for Megan. It's John Putz. At times, but I forgive him because I annoy the living daylights out of him. That's my foot. Just like whacked it in the table. I didn't even feel it until just now. It's like, oh.
So they're saying that I don't think
girls.
that my girlfriend is the most attractive person in the world. Well, let me set things straight.
On that, though.
Yeah.
Even I agree. I'm not the most attractive.
If anyone thinks that they're the most, if anyone thinks that themselves are the most attractive person in the world, then they have a problem, because obviously, with bell curves, the percentage chance of you literally being the most attractive person in the world out of 8 billion, or what are we, 7 point something, some change. It's really conceited to think that. So, I think that Megan could be a really close second.
My hair's stuck in the ukulele.
Haley thinks Megan is hot. Well, Haley, you better back off. Have you seen how good I look in skinny jeans?
Haley, I think
I've seen how good
too.
you look without skinny jeans, Jordan.
Wait, did you... Wait, what was that?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
Jono, okay, you can't dig yourself out of that hole.
I just told Haley that she's attractive too. So.
Yeah. So, I think that nachos will be fun, right?
You know what? Yeah, I don't know how to play this.
Yeah.
I'm only used to 3 strings.
Put one finger there. Just
I have
push.
hands.
All you gotta do is push it down, then strum. Whoa! You're playing it. She played it. She's in the air. Okay.
Well, I don't really need to know what kind of drugs she does. It's fine.
Yeah.
She's high.
But,
You can tell her. I don't care.
I've heard a song once that said, I'm high as a kite, and I just might stop to check you out. So that kind of makes sense.
Sure.
I've
never heard of this. I don't know how to play that. You give me one chord? Was that a chord that I played? Yeah, no, you can tell her. I work in entertainment. We just kind of say what we want. So, I want to repaint this. Make it look awesome. She's flying home from Texas. Oh.
Yeah, I saw she was out of town, but I wasn't sure where.
She has a safe flight. Can you play Chill Bill by Rob Stone?
No. I don't know who Rob Stone is.
Well, you should listen to it and learn it.
I can look into it. I don't know that I want to listen to it on stream because that would also play through the stream, and then there would be copyright infringement and all those problems. But yeah, I don't know. So we're already on 40 minutes. So unless there's any big pushing topics that you guys want to ask about, we'll probably wrap it up here. But I don't know. Is there any finishing thoughts you want to put out on the table, or you?
I mean, I have a lot of things I could say.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
A love-hate relationship with Universal.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
I think
right now
I've talked about your Universal.
No Trump 2020.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a chance, but
Kanye 2020.
oh God, no. That's almost worse.
Didn't he already say he was gonna run? Right.
Well, yeah. So did Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Oh, thank you, James.
So just to finish up here, I did have some new ideas on how to improve the AI and possibly work a little bit on the environment project, assuming that I'm successful with improving the AI. Did you want that clean or?
No.
Okay. But I'm also, like I said, working on a lot of different songs, and then that really wasn't where I thought it was going. I'm telling you.
What did you think I was
I
about
saw
to do?
the big oblong loop, and I was just scared for my life. But
you thought it was just,
yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
But
keep talking. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What I do?
I'm also thinking about possibly going and looking for some internships. I know I was talking about research in the past, but
stop! This is important. I'm an adult.
Yeah, so I wasn't the only person that thought she was drawing a really long schlong. So, but I will be updating you guys on Wednesday on my projects. Maybe I'll actually get some work done on the comic, which is something I haven't been able to do because of time constraints and laziness. Okay, well, I have to go warm some toes, so I'm going to be signing off. But I want to thank you guys for watching if you have been. And this was fun, but hopefully we can get some quick-paced questions going for the next one. I'll try and hype it up a little bit more. But I don't really want to work for the military or national defense, James. So, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching, but I will be streaming again on Wednesday, so keep an eye out for the time on Facebook. It should be around 9 p.m. That's usually when I've been doing it. It should just be a short one, but other than that, I will see you on Wednesday.